Hi everyone, this is Sailor Mimzy. Today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about how I was journaling and planning right after my baby was born and how I've adjusted it since then. So it's kind of different from how I was doing things before. So I didn't mean to take such a long break, it just happened. I was definitely in no condition mentally and physically to film anything the first couple of months after she was born. I did almost zero journaling during that time. Like, I think the first month I maybe did maybe 5, I'm gonna guess, because I haven't looked back at that journal yet, but I'm guessing maybe 5 entries in that first month she was born. But yeah, so I'll do a flip through after this video of that journal and you guys could see how little I got done. I'm not complaining or anything, it's just obviously baby bear comes first, and I know I sound naive when I say this, but I thought that I would have been able to get more done after she was born. But anyway, so I had my rainbow baby in the month of April of this year. Went into labor 2 days after I went on mat leave from work. My water broke while my husband and I were walking into IKEA on a Sunday afternoon, and she was born the next day, Monday afternoon. And I'm not gonna go into like so much detail because if you guys want, I could do like a story time video and explain it better, but I won't be talking about that in this video just because I wanted to get on to the journaling and planning stuff. But yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys a picture. This is her at, I guess I could go closer, but this is our baby at 4 weeks, so 1 month, obviously. And she's so teeny tiny. I guess technically she still is pretty tiny, but she's grown a lot since then. So this is our first baby, and husband and I were in shock pretty much the first maybe 2 months. So it was lots of stress and exhaustion, but also a lot of, like, you know, sweet moments and happy moments. And like I said earlier, I thought that I'd have more work done because I figured babies, all they did was sleep and eat. So in the downtime of them sleeping, I'd get stuff done. But no, when baby's sleeping in that first month, I was, well, trying to sleep. Okay, so first I will go through the journaling part. So this is the journal that I used. Okay, so I've been using the Traveler's Notebook size notebook. So this one's made by Goulet Pens, and it has Tomo River paper in it. And I went from journaling using both pages, so this is February 22nd. And it's, yeah, I used up the 2 pages for the spread. I went from using both pages for 1 day to just using 1 page after she was born. Sometimes I would use up 2 pages, but it really just depends. It's majority of my journal entries since she's been born has been just the one side. The first entry that I did after she was born, I kind of had to force myself to do it. I had, for almost the first 3 weeks, I had postpartum blues, and I didn't feel like myself. It was honestly the scariest experience I've ever had in my life. I wanted to feel like myself again, so I forced myself to journal. And it felt really strange at first. I know it doesn't sound right, like forcing myself to journal, but I was avoiding doing anything like besides take care of the baby. And yeah, sometimes you gotta force yourself to do things that you're used to doing to feel normal again. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but yeah, I had to force myself to journal, and it felt so strange and weird. Let's find it. She was born on the 10th. Oh wow. So my estimation was wrong. Okay, keep in mind I have not gone through this journal at all since I finished it. Like, even before that, I never really backtracked in my journaling. But she was born April 10th. Did I say April 9th? Oh my gosh, I don't even remember what I said. My brain, sorry. So April 10th she was born. I didn't get to journal till April 25th. No, April 24th. Sorry, I just didn't see how I wrote that there. But I knew if I took longer, this is how it looked like. So this is the 24th here of April, and here's the 25th. And then after this, I don't journal again until May 1st. But yeah, like I know that if I didn't force myself to journal, I probably would have taken a lot longer for me to like feel like myself again. But yeah, this helped a lot. So anyways, as time went on, baby got a little bit older. Well, she's still getting older obviously, but she started to have a routine around her 3-month mark, I think. I don't know, things got a lot easier. It's still difficult, but it got a lot easier. It's so much more different now that she's not a newborn. So yeah, so now I'm able to journal more. Before she was born, I would journal all in one sitting, you know, at the end of the day, or I would just do bits here and there throughout the day. So now I definitely prefer to do bits throughout the day for sure. So there's been days where I've done the 2 pages, but lately I've just been sticking to like the 1 page. And a lot of my journaling stuff, crafty things are still packed away. And in a way that kind of helps, because I'd probably feel really overwhelmed if I had access to everything. I'd probably just be sitting here like, oh no, what do I use first? So I just have a little bit of journaling things out, and that's good enough for me to use right now. So on days when I can't journal for whatever reasons, I would just use a little sticky note. I keep just a couple here, 2 different sizes. And I would write in as few words as possible things that I want to journal about. For example, say bananas are gross. I want to journal about that. So I'll write that down here and then stick it on the next blank day in my journal. That way I remember when I do get to work in there, then I wanted to write about how bananas are gross. So I did the same thing back then. You know, I'd be journaling and then I remember something when I'm done a page and it's like, oh, there's no room to squeeze this in. So same thing, write in as few words as possible what I want to write about on a post-it note, and then just stick it on the next day, the next blank page. So this is what it looks like. I've already been taking notes in my planner before she was born just because my brain is so mushy. But on the days that I don't journal, my notes are more detailed in my planner. So it's just in point form, and just so I can remember. And it's not things that I really wanna, it could be things that maybe I'm too lazy to draw, or I remembered late. So yeah, if it's something that I want to draw or really write more about, then I will put it on the sticky note that goes in the journal so I can remember to write about it when I'm in there again. But if it's something that it's not enough to write in my writing only journal about, then I write it in here. So hopefully that makes sense. And I know that sounds like a lot of writing, but it really isn't. As for my planning, I learned that after you have a baby, don't plan anything. Not for a little while, or maybe a long while. Because it won't go as you planned. Chances are it won't go as you planned. And if you're like me, it'll probably bug you a little bit. So I was getting bothered that I wasn't getting my tasks done. And then I figured I'm like putting too much on my plate. So I went from giving myself 4 or 5 huge tasks, well not huge, they're like medium to big tasks every day, to maybe one huge task or a couple of medium tasks a day. Like that's right now. But when she was first born, yeah, I definitely shouldn't have been expecting myself to do so much. So it took a little while for me to adjust that part of my life. I had to get used to not getting things done, if that makes sense, or asking, you know, someone else for help. But I'm a control freak, so that's why I always try to get all the things done myself. But yeah, since then, no, I know better now. and it's okay to get help. And if I go back, so those days where I wasn't able to use my planner, or I couldn't use my planner because I was exhausted or busy with baby, newborn baby, I've been using those days to take notes. I was trying to recall, well, now I'm trying to recall her, I guess, the story of my baby's journey out of me. So from the moment that my water broke to when she was born. So I'm still working on the notes on that. So it starts here on the 9th day that my water broke. And I've been writing a little bit here and there when I can remember things, or when I'm on a roll. I do a lot of writing in there. And yeah, so when I left off in my notes, I was in labor, closer to her coming out. And my bookmark is this baby welcome package card thing that I got from the store here, and then yeah, the picture I showed you guys earlier. But yeah, my planner is now riddled with photos of her. Before it was just husband and I, like I had a secret picture of us in the back of my planner that I would like to look at, and now it's pretty much all pictures of her. Yeah, so that's how my planning has changed. Like, as time has gone by, I've been able to add more, and I think as more time goes by, then I could start getting back into how, hopefully, how I've been planning things before, getting more things done in the day. But we'll see. I have to get used to that. I can't have things back to how they used to be, because there's another human to care for in the house. Well, I know I'm hard on myself when it comes to feeling bad about journaling and like my social media stuff and YouTube and everything, but I just have to keep reminding myself that I can't feel bad because I'm raising a baby, and she's definitely number one. She's very important to us. So yeah, I wanted to tell you guys how I've been doing and how I've adjusted my journaling and planning since she arrived. And I'm really excited for when she's older and she could start journaling and have her own little planner and stuff too. So excited. Oh, I don't think it's probably packed away. Anyways, so while I was going through my things the other week, I found one of the very first planners I've ever owned. And it's this teeny tiny little, like, it's, if you guys remember that Sanrio character Kuropi the frog, it's a little planner of him. I don't even know how old it is. It's, oh my gosh, super, super old for sure. None of the original papers inside of it, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm hoping to pass that along to her. If I find it, I will show it in a video. It's super cute, and it's in really good condition still. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. At least, you know, one point out of this video at least was helpful to you. And if there's any new mothers out there, I'm a new mother still technically, but for sure, just hang in there and keep your head up. And if you guys wanted story time kind of video on how baby was born, I can do that also. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm losing track while I'm talking because I'm looking at this and it's like, sorry, I'm going back to the journal. So I did a stamp, obviously. There's a piece of washi tape. And that's that. Compared to like one of my own. Oh my gosh. This was me really trying. I know I shouldn't be laughing because I was going through a tough time, but like, I was really trying. I got the washi out and stamps and everything. And then the next day I have a sticky note. I think there's a sticker or a sticky note up here for the date. And did more drawing. And yeah, I for sure, Like, just doing this was so difficult, and I refused to get my paint out because I just had no energy to do any painting. Like, even doing the doodles was already hard. Oh, I think I hear Baby Bear. She's supposed to be asleep. Okay, I'm going to end this video for sure now. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, just leave it in the comment section below. Talk to you guys later. Bye.